bar and see, hear, feel. His eyes, her dress, details about it all.
Ellen Burr is back, returning to our Tootie newsletter. We haven't heard from you since December, Ellen. If those of you who are new to Ellen Burr, please look at her one-hour documentary that we recorded and interviewed back in 2017 when we launched the Tootie Flute Academy. You will discover a multifaceted, omnibus woman, not just a flute player. She's a composer, she's a pedagogue, a recording artist, an arranger, a jewelry maker, and a scientist, and more. Ellen, welcome back. How have you been?
A lot of stuff has happened since December. I can't believe it's only been 6 months. One of the best things, as an artist, I always believe that I need to be self-motivated and I do art for myself and not for others, but it's not really true. I mean, we kind of want our art to affect others. And I was really lucky to have Lauren Pratt at CalArt help me move forward and start considering the idea of getting some residencies. So this January, I was in Banff at the Winter Musicians in Residency program. For 3 weeks, all I had to do was focus on one piece. I was working on a piece for flute solo based on the genetics of my family and the principles of alchemy and combining it together with the new effects unit. So I was working on looping and effects, and for 3 weeks, all I had to do was one project. They fed me, they cleaned my room, I had a wonderful library and wonderful friends to meet. And because of that residency, I was told about this conference in Portugal that's coming up the end of this month called IMPAR, I-M-P-A-R. It's a conference that's put on between performers and researchers. So I am so lucky to be going there and presenting my books, Flutastics, Volume 1, which deals with microtones and multiphonics, and Volume 2, which deals with singing and playing, and my flute solo, Shaktoon.
Fragrance drifts out from the dim dank booth. He turns on.
We're back with Ellen Burr. We're talking rubies, we're talking jewelry. What's special about the month of July for our viewers?
The stone for July is rubies. So I have a couple of pieces with rubies that are just spectacular. I have one that's a simple flute key with some rubies off of it, a whole necklace like this is turquoise. I have a whole necklace like this with rubies, and another one that's got even bigger, these thick rubies for the whole thing. So if you are born in the month of July or know anyone who is special, you might want to get them a special piece of flute jewelry with rubies.
Where can people buy this wonderful jewelry?
You can get my jewelry at flutejewelry.com. I also have a presence on Etsy. I am having a new website up sponsored by Etsy, which makes it so easy to find everything. Everything is categorized by pendants, necklaces, earrings, stuff like that.
Subtle eyes twinkle, temptation, while he approaches the air.
Ellen, in the last 7 months, have you picked up any new success tips you can share with our members?
There's 2 new things that I've just heard. One, failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. And sometimes with everything that I do, it all usually lines up, but every now and then it all goes in a clump and I feel buried. And I heard this quote, if you feel buried, just remember you're planted. So the choices we make today, we may not see tomorrow. We're making choices that will actualize in a couple months or so.
Ellen, you mentioned 2 witty aphorisms, kind of, witty expressions that have a lot of wisdom attached to them. How do they apply to your own life? Can you give us some examples?
It's just kind of more of a amorphous kind of feeling that I have, that I keep working and I don't expect to see it, and then all of a sudden I'll get a bunch of auditions for acting, or I'll get, like this week I have 2 gigs coming up, and next week I have a gig playing in a community concert in Orange County with a bunch of singers. So all of a sudden these realizations seem to come in my lap, and it's not because of what I just did, it's because of what I did months ago.
So Ellen, you've always exercised 2 parts of your mind, and you have the corporate jewelry, business-minded version, and you've got the creative artist hanging at the edge of the periphery, walking on quicksand. Both really do require an operations plan. I mean, if you're a business person, you have to have a rudder that steers your ship. Do you have a due diligence or a process in terms of the artistic side of you that you pursue that helps you steer that ship so you're always got a plan? Or does the artistic side almost exist on a whim? You sort of have a philosophy that as I pursue each opportunity, it turns into another opportunity. If you build it, it will come, so to speak.
That's interesting because I've been working on that. I've heard so many people say that they wake up and they do their creative stuff in the morning. Like Vinko Globakar, I don't know if you know of him, but he's an experimental composer no longer with us, but he's from Eastern Europe. He said that he would wake up at 4 a.m. and compose from 4 to 8. From 8 to 12, he would do all his business. From 12 to 4, he would take a nap. And then from 4 to 8, he would go out and have dinner and hear concerts and everything. I always thought I should create in the morning. And it was just this past 2 weeks that I realized when I really made myself, I'm going to create first thing in the morning, I couldn't do it. And then I found out by trying to do something that was completely wrong, I found out what was right, which is I like to wake up early and get my business work done. I do my emails, I do my banking, I do whatever business I have to do. And then if I get that done by 11 a.m., then I am free. And then I can start creating because I don't have this pressure of what I should have, could have done.
And it's important for our attendees to know that Ellen Burr will not be exhibiting at the NFA in Orlando this year. However, others will be for her, namely Carolyn Nussbaum Music, as well as Flute World. So get your ruby jewelry made up with flute parts today.
Thank you so much. Your questions always make me realize more about myself. I'm happy to share.
You are most welcome.
Goes still. She listens. She stops.